Hello, and in this video, we are going to be looking at the EVS paper 1, obviously, of the 20th August 2023 paper. So let's dig in. So this is part 3, environmental studies, question 61. A teacher wants to select synchronous communication with her students for teaching EVS. Which of the following will she choose? So this is the topic of synchronous and asynchronous. Synchronous is when the teacher and student are on call at real time. So phone calls, pre-recorded videos, and teleconferencing. So pre-recorded videos is not synchronous, so this will not be an option. Email, social media posts, so these are also not synchronous because the teacher can put it before and the student can see it later. Instant messages, blogs, and teleconferencing, out of which blogs is not synchronous. So video conferencing, online chats, and phone calls. So this will be a synchronous system. If theme is travel is to railway station, so if theme travel is to railway station, depicts utilization of a community resource in EVS, which of the following will complete the theme food? So for food, we will have agricultural farm because that will be a community resource. Question 63. While teaching EVS, a teacher's statement of question which encourages students to elaborate on an answer either on their own or from the response of their peers. This kind of a question. So this is the kind of question. This is a probing question. Probing question is when the student has given insufficient answer or the answer can be elaborated. You probe a bit more. Okay. Question 64. Anita prepares a unit plan to teach the theme family. Which of the following will be the title of a unit plan? So, a unit plan, this is coming from your blueprints and your plans. So, a unit plan will have a lot of the entire unit about family will be done. So, anything which is inclusive will be the answer. So, the answer will be option number 4 because within option number 4, within the unit, you might have different types of unit like migrating families. You can be talking about nuclear families, joint families. In one chapter, one lesson could be relationship within a family, but the unit will be the overall arts uh, of the topic. So a unit will be the broadest that you can have. Question 65. Miss Sheetal likes to use stories and poems in primary classes to explain various concepts of EVS. The most appropriate logic for her using stories and poems. So here there are 4 options and then we have to choose. So the correct answer will be between what are the correct options. So we're looking for the most appropriate logic. So A is complete the EVS syllabus. So this will be wrong. You don't have to read further because completing syllabus is not going to be a reason for using any strategy. B, encourage the students to write their own poems and stories, maybe make the students aware of the diversity in language and culture. That's a good point. Make the lessons more interactive, enjoyable, and interesting, definitely. So, if we look at the options, we need an option in which D definitely is included. So, it is B, C, and D because A, C, and D it cannot be. D definitely has to be included and A definitely has to be excluded. So that leaves us with B, C, and D. Question 66. Which of the following options is a major objective of teaching EVS from classes 1 to 5? Acquiring skills to carry out hands-on activities. So skills we are not imparting. Preparing students for studying science in the middle level. No. Developing in-depth understanding of the basic concepts of the subject. This would be okay, and let's see the last one. Helping learners link classroom learning to life outside school. This is the best answer. So the correct answer would be linking classroom knowledge to life outside school. So sometimes we have good answers, almost good answers, but the best answer needs to be chosen because we will reject option 3, in-depth understanding, because maybe in class 1 to 5 we really don't need in-depth understanding. I don't agree with that. We do. So 3 is a good option, but 4 is the best option. Let's go to question 67. An EVS teacher demonstrates an experiment in class in which an egg sinks in a tumbler with water but floats up upon adding salts to the water. Which of the following is the most appropriate explanation she can give to the student's inquiry? So students are asking, why does this happen? What should the teacher do? Allow each student to conclude on their own by adding different items in water. This seems like a good answer. The egg floats due to the density of water. Direct answers should never be given, and the child of class 1 to 5 may not understand density. You will learn the correct reason in higher classes. Never you should say that. Conduct and observe the experiment with different amount of salts. So we are between 1 and 4. So 1 and 4 are very similar, allowing the students to conclude on their own by adding different items. This would be, in my opinion, the best answer. This is also finally what they chose, because in 4, the teacher is conducting and observing the experiment with different amount of salt. So in 1, the teacher is doing it, but the better option is allowing the students to do the experiment on their own and not just restrict it to salt. Just keep adding things and see what happens when uh, you're teaching them about buoyancy, you're teaching them about things sinking and floating. So maybe students can learn like that. So that is would be the best answer that you can give in classes 1 to 5. So an assertion and reason question, read the following statements and choose the correct option. Assertion is learning of EVS needs to be oriented to process skills relating to observation, identification, classification, etc. So this is very true. Through acquiring various process skills, the learning outcomes of EVS learning are expected to be achieved. So both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. In EVS, we want that the child observes, classifies, learns, and then comes to some kind of a conclusion about what is there. So we want the learning to be oriented toward the process skills, and through these process skills, the learning outcomes will be achieved. So question 69, an EVS teacher should lay emphasis on dash while preparing question paper for summative assessment. So she's preparing a question paper for summative assessment. What should you want? Length and objective of the question paper, uh, content coverage and objectives of the question. Objectives of the question paper is definitely needed. Content coverage should be there. Total marks, no. Length and total marks, no. So content coverage and objectives of the question paper is what should be the correct answer. Question 70, which of the following is not a learning outcome of in EVS for students of class 3? Voicing opinions on good and bad touch. Uh, that should be voices opinion on issues observed, experienced, and related on social practices such as discrimination and ownership of resources. So I don't think ownership of resources a child should be talking at this age. Observes rules in a few local indoor outdoor games. Yes, a child should observe rules because that's how you learn about rules of the country. Identifies directions. Direction is also very important in EVS. So what should you not be talking about is about uh, opinions on issues related to social practices as discrimination. This she should in ownership of resources. So ownership of resources is a very high on concept, and discrimination in that. I don't think a child of class 3 would be able to do this. So this would be the correct answer. You have to select EVS textbooks for your students of class 3 to 5. Which of the following criteria is most appropriate? So as a teacher, you've been asked to look for textbooks. So pictures in the textbook should be big, so we don't focus only on the picture. Language should be simple and according to the mental level of the student. Yes, we should have that. Textbook should be illustrated and appealing to the students. This is correct. Let's see. 4, the textbook should be child oriented, devoid of any stereotypes or derogatory attitude based on gender, caste, class, and religion. So this would be the best. Yes, it should be child oriented, which means it is simple and appeals to the child. And most important, as an EVS textbook, it should be devoid of stereotypes and any derogatory attitude. So fourth is the best option. Question 72, read the following statement. So assertion is at the primary level, EVS has themes instead of topics. This is very, very true. Theme-based EVS learning is easy for teachers and students as compared to topics. So both A and R are true. That is, yes, themes is easy as compared to. But is that the reason why primary level themes have been put up? So I think I'll go with three. A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Question 73, you want to encourage hands-on activities for students of EVS. Which of the following is the most appropriate activity? Map reading, collecting coins, developing an EVS kit from available material, and drawing parts of different plants on a chart. So, developing an EVS kit from available material would be the best hands-on activity that you could have amongst all this. Formative assessment of EVS is, so the options there are two, so any two of this is there. Assessment for learning or AFL is definitely a part of formative assessment, and assessment of learning is no, so B will not be there. Assessment as learning will also be a part of formative assessment. So we have our two, A and C, so 3 will be the correct answer. Question 75, again another assertion and reason. Field trips are an effective pedagogical strategy in EVS. Very true, yes. Field trips promote memorization of objects. So nothing about memorization happens in field trips. So A is true, B is false, option number 4. Okay, so we're now with the content-based questions. So with respect to Gujarat, so this is India, this is your Gujarat. Location of Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh is here and Andhra Pradesh is here. So it will be northeast and southeast. So we will go with northeast and southeast. Question 77. Ram plays cricket with his friends every evening. Which energy does he use to play? So this is muscular energy when you are playing cricket. When we burn fuel, what do we get? So we get both heat and light. So these are some science-based questions which they have asked. Which of the following is sticky rice? So sticky rice is Bora rice. This has been shown in that chapter about Assam where they are celebrating New Year. So Bora rice is a sticky rice from Assam. Select from the following the best period for beekeeping. So the best period for beekeeping is October to December. Now question 81 is a match the following. We have cumin, saffron, chilies and clove. So the correct answer is 2, where cumin is small but fragrant. Cumin is jeera. Saffron is yellow in color. So we know this one. Chilies has originated in South America, and clove looks like a nail. So if we know this one, this becomes very easy. So even if you know 2, that should be good. Okay. The coastal state or union territory which has Bay of Bengal. So Bay of Bengal, Odisha is with Bay of Bengal, Karnataka, Kerala and Telangana doesn't have a coast, where Karnataka and Kerala are with the Arabian Sea. Okay, let's move on. Question 83, consider the following statements about forests. So this is from 2 of the chapters. One is about Jharkhand. So Torang means forest in the Kuruk language. This is a correct statement. The village council panchayat in Jharkhand decides which family will get how much. So no, they were having a lot of problem because land was being taken away from the family. The Right to Forest Act gives rights to people who have been living for in the forest for at least 15 years. So this is incorrect. It is for 25 years. Sometimes they even change this. It is 2007. Please remember this. And D, about 3/4 of people in Mizoram are linked to the forest. This is correct. So A and D. A and D. Option number 4 is correct. What is the mass of an object with a density of 24 and a volume of 6? So this is a math sum. We have been taught that density is mass by volume. So if you know this formula, then you can find mass. given any two, so which will be density into volume, which is 24 into 6. That is what has been done out. Question 85. Consider the following statements about snakes and identify the incorrect one. They swallow their food whole. This is a correct statement. Snakes have sharp teeth. Okay. Poisonous snakes have fangs. This is also no. They chew up their prey. So snakes do not chew their food. They swallow their food. So this would be the incorrect statement. 86. Bronze is an alloy made by melting. So bronze is an alloy of copper and tin and copper. So this is something which you should know. On 87, select the correct statement about elephants. Okay, elephants. This is again a very, very favorite question of theirs. A 3-month-old elephant generally weighs about, so baby elephant weighs 200 kg. So this is a wrong statement. Adult elephant can eat up to 100 kgs of twigs. So this is generally what they do. They switch this dates. Elephants do not rest much. They sleep for 2 to 4 hours, which is correct. And elephants like to play with mud and water. We all know that. So C and D are correct. So option number 4 will be correct. Consider the following statement. In Manali, houses are constructed with wood, slanting roofs, and elevated on strong bamboo pillars. So, no, strong bamboo pillars is Assam, and so they do have slanting roofs, but they are not elevated on bamboo pillars. So, A is incorrect. A is incorrect. So, we have two options. We have to see Manali receives a lot of rainfall. This is correct. So, A is incorrect, but B is correct, is the correct answer. Okay. Question 89. Read the following statements and choose the correct option. On applying pressure, gas can be compressed easily. This is very true. Uh, Very true. Okay, all are true. So, when we apply pressure to a gas, the intermolecular spaces between the gaseous particle decreases and it gets compressed. So, this is true. So, both A and R are true, and A is the correct explanation. So that is because the intermolecular spaces get compressed, that is why gas can be compressed. Question 90. Consider the following main functions of the plant to produce and store food. Yes, to give strength and support to transport. Okay, the question is out here. The main functions of the stem. What are the main functions of the stem? So it does give strength and support to transport water and minerals. Yes, from the roots. To produce and store. So store food, yes. Produce food, no. So A will not be there. So B and C, only B and C will be the correct answer. So with that, we come to the end of the EVS paper. This is the paper 1 of the 20th August 2023. Thank you for watching.